Hi there, so I'm joined by a Liverpool fan here. So how are you?
I'm alright, I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Gonna preview our game against you guys at Wednesday. It's a big game, important for both of us, important for you guys in the title race, important for us for the top four. Just wanted to ask you first of all, before we preview that game, your thoughts on your season so far?
Season's been going well, to be honest with you, especially after what happened last season with Van Dijk, and we were losing a lot of games. Yeah, and I think a lot of people, you know, even myself at a time, writ us off, and that was it. And people were calling us one-season wonders and all of that. But apart from that, you know, winning the Carabao Cup, going well in the league, catching Man City as well, which I think was important. Doing well in the FA Cup, Champions League. We're fighting on all fronts right now, so I have to say that, yeah, I'm happy compared to last season. After what happened last season, as a Liverpool fan, you know, yeah, I've got to be really happy with the way the season's going so far. But I have to say, Wednesday's game is a tricky one. It's going to be tricky. I can see you there laughing. But yeah, it's going to be...
We're in good form now, you know. We've won 5 in a row, but we know how strong a team you are. Yeah, so we're in really good form. We're having a much better season than we've been having in recent times. What's your thoughts on how we're going?
Yeah, I think you guys are having a good season. You're doing well. You know, I do expect better from Arsenal, being a local as well. However, yeah, no, I think your season's gone well, considering how you started at the beginning of the season. I think everyone was writing off Arteta, but I think he's come back. I think Arsenal are playing good football. The Arsenal fans are on a hype again, you know, as they love. Don't forget though, when you came to Anfield at the beginning of the season, you guys were on the road as well, and look what happened. So, yeah, but apart from that, yeah, I think you guys are doing all right. If you're going to ask me if you're going to get top 4, honestly, I think right now, yeah, I would say Arsenal are likely to get top 4, as much as it hurts me. But I just feel there's just a little bit. I just worry about United, maybe Tottenham scraping something through. I do feel you guys need to win your game in hands. I think your game in hands, us and Chelsea.
And Tottenham.
Would it be Tottenham?
Yeah, that's the 3 games in hand.
See, local, that's a derby as well, so anything can happen. So yeah, but I think if you guys carry on the way you're doing, I think you'll be fine. I think you should get that top 4 place. It's there for you. Just win your games in hand and then take it from there, really.
So the 3 games in hand are very difficult, starting with you guys on Wednesday. So looking at that game now, there's news that Salah might be injured.
Yeah.
Any latest news on that one?
Well, he wasn't pictured at training today, which is a major concern. However, do you know what? I think we play well without Salah as well. There's been times, last season and even this season, we played without Salah, and you know we did well. And our win ratio, I was looking at, is pretty good without Salah in the team. So it gives Mane, it gives Jota, it gives Diaz a chance to start. It gives, you know what, and I know Klopp will probably be saying it to them, go and show the whole world what you guys can do without Salah. I know there's been a lot of contractual issues regarding Salah, if he's going to sign or not. But I think this is the time now, if Liverpool really wanted to step up, and I know the talk has been, you know, about our squads. You know, this is the time for our squad to step up now, you know, and prove all those doubters wrong. Like we did at the African nations. I would never thought Liverpool would have been in this position if you told me we lost Mane and Salah. Well, we did lose Mane and Salah for January, February, and you know we've closed in on Man City when they were 13 points clear. So, yeah, I think it will give a chance to the others to shine, and I think. Yeah, I think I'm excited. If Salah's not playing, I'm very confident in our squad, and especially our front 3, that there will be goals somewhere down the lines. They will score. Yeah,
you got a really strong lineup. Jota, great player. Then Diaz, you got him in now as well. He looks amazing.
He looks, it looks like another gem. Klopp and our recruitment team have found. it's been amazing. I didn't expect him to settle in as quick as he has, but he has, and I think again that's down to Klopp and his management style. We've been lucky in our recruitment. We've gone through the situations Arsenal have gone as well in the past of getting rid of deadwood, which you need to clear out the deadwood, which I think Arteta's done. I think he's done well with that. But with Klopp as well, there was a process that he had to get rid of all of that before he could start his success. I can see that happening with Arteta and what Arteta's doing there as well. But just in terms of Liverpool now, I just think our squad. If you said at the beginning of the season, right, we're going to lose Salah, he's injured. People will be thinking, right, and that was the talk at the beginning of the season when the African nations were coming up. Lots of people were talking about, lots of noise coming out about Liverpool losing Salah and Mane, how they're going to cope. And we've done well without them. So without Salah in our team, don't get me wrong, that's our top goal scorer. That's our main man. But I feel every top team has a main man, but you've got to have players. And as a Liverpool fan, I don't think I've been able to say that as confidently as I can say that now in our squad, that I feel if we've lost our talisman, that we've got other players around that can step up. So I'm quite confident. Now, if we had this conversation at the beginning of the season, also, or even in January before Diaz come and we lost Salah, then I would think, I'm not too sure. I would have been saying to you right now, I will be happy to leave the Emirates on Wednesday with a draw. But yeah, a draw is not acceptable. We have as a Liverpool fan, we have to go and win, because otherwise, I looked at City's fixtures as well, and they've got an easy running compared to what we've got. We've got still a few of the big guns to play as well. Tottenham, Everton, you've got you guys on Wednesday. You've still got United to play, so yeah, it's going to be a tough one.
Okay, so looking at the game now, so last time you played, you was in the Carabao Cup, and you were without Salah and Mane there. You came in and played really well. Jota was on fire for you, and you beat us quite comfortably 2-0. In recent times, you had a really good record against us, especially at Anfield. We've done good against you here, though. If you look at our team now, what do you think the biggest dangers are?
I think you play more as a team now. I think that's, and I feel one of the Arsenal strengths as well is the crowd. Like the crowd now, like you hear the Emirates, it's buzzing. Like, it's everyone's up for the game. So I think, the crowd helps. But I think a player that's really stood out for me is Ramsdale. I think he's been a shrewd signing. I did question it when signing him from Sheffield United. But then, you look at some of the important saves, like he made some great saves yesterday. What kept Arsenal in the game when it was 1-0, I believe. So he's, if we want to score, we have to be clinical tomorrow, because I think Ramsdale will definitely be up for it. I think Partey stood up. I think tomorrow will be a big test for him. Coming from Atletico Madrid, paid lots of money for him, been injured, up and down. I think it will be big for him as well. Odegaard, I think Odegaard's been a really, really good signing. He just collides with the ball. So it's someone we will need to keep a lookout for. So I'm hoping, Fabinho's there tomorrow just to keep an eye on him as well. And obviously you've got your players like Saka, your Tierneys. I think you guys definitely have a bit more of a structure going on, and you can see what Arteta's trying to do. Even as not an Arsenal fan, you can see clearly what he is trying to do. So it will be interesting to see what you bring to us. But as you said, it was near enough your full strength team against us in the Carabao Cup. Likewise with us as well, and it was comfortable even without Salah and Mane as well. But things will be different tomorrow. It's a different game. There's a lot more to fight for. League's important. You guys want that, and we really need that win tomorrow to close the gap on Man City. It's our game in hand. As I said, I would have been back then maybe a draw, but no, we need to win tomorrow. We've got no choice. So it's going to be it's going to be attack tomorrow. I can't wait. Or Wednesday, should I say? And it'll be a great game.
Yeah, we normally have high-scoring matches against each other, a lot of goals. Looking at your team, for us, obviously, you've got a lot of dangerous players. You know, so many, your front line, Mane, Salah, even if he doesn't play, there's Diaz, Jota. But your defence is really strong. Like, we really struggle to break you down over both legs in the Carabao Cup and then also in the league match at your place. You know, in 3 games we scored 0 goals. So for us, the key is to create the chances and put them away. We are looking better. We are creating more chances recently. So I hope we can get through. But with a defence as strong as yours, you know, that's one thing is really strong. You got to give it to Klopp. He's built a really good all-round team there. The likes of Robinson, Van Dijk, you know, just really solid.
Last season as well. Like last season, we were, you know, we had no defence last season. We lost Van Dijk. We lost Matip. There was no Gomez. We had a massive struggle. You know, and as like I previously said, in terms of recruitment, you know, I think we've been in the past with Brendan Rodgers there. I think loads of Liverpool fans are really critical of how the transfer committee conducted their transfers, of how their signings and stats, you know, and that was questionable. But now, you know, I believe it's still the same. Enough transfer committee still same data stats. That's how Liverpool look at signing their players as well. And looking at players like Robertson, who's been amazing. You know, just 8 million from Hull. You know, you look at things like that and you just think, you know, that's, you know, how much did you guys sign Tierney for? About 25 million. And, you know, don't get me wrong, Tierney's a really, really good player, but sometimes, you know, there are good players lower down. There are, and I think you just got to do your due diligence and have the right scouting team. You know, I know Arsenal have taken a different approach over recent seasons of how they've gone signing players. But again, you know, that kind of way, that's kind of helped you. That's kind of what I think you've just had to just go with the process and just think outside the box. You know, and your recruitment has been good so far. You know, and I think that's what's key. Getting your recruitment right is so important. Otherwise, like you've experienced this season and last season, getting the deadwood out on big contracts, it's mega hard. So, you know, and then you have this debate with Salah as well about him having a contract and him not signing one. And, you know, it's hard. As a Liverpool fan, it's what do you do and what do you want? You know, the noises you hear coming out are, you know, he wants so and so, but Liverpool don't want to create the wage structure, and it's like, it's a tough one.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what happens with him, but you know, the recruitment already seems like you got some ready-made replacements for the likes of him and Mane, Firmino. They're all your main front three, weren't they, all these years? But now you got in the likes of Jota and Diaz. They look amazing. So, yeah, that's the question we're asking of Klopp a lot, is that, you know, can he rebuild the team? When I speak to Liverpool fans, that was what they're saying to me, that, you know, they want to see, can he rebuild the team? You know, he got you into a really strong position, and now can he rebuild the team as some of your players get older? And the early signs are he's doing really well.
Absolutely. Well, 2024, that's when he's packing up and going. So, you know, so he's got a few transfer windows to sort out that team just before he leaves. So it's, you know, but it's in terms of, like, you know, recruitment and being able to replace players. I think you know, what I like about Klopp is that he won't go out and sign a player for the sake of it. He will wait until that player becomes available, and then we will go and get that player. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. But you know what? In football, I think patience is so important. You have to be patient. You know, and I know you Arsenal fans have experienced that as well with signings and with players. You know, but if you're patient with them, you know, they see, you know, you'll see the dividends being paid as well. And I think that's what's happening with someone like Partey right now. You know, I know there were lots of injuries, lots of question marks. You know, I know that, you know, but now he's starting to turn up. He's starting to put in performances that you need performance that he used to put in the Champions League for Atletico Madrid. You know, you need players like that, you know, to step up. So yeah, getting the recruitment right, 100%, very important. Klopp replacing the players. Yeah, he has to do. Well, it's, you know, it's a process. It's something that needs to be done. Getting Diaz in. But Liverpool have been smart in their transfer business. I like the way they've done it. You know, they've identified players that, you know, that might need to go, that need to change. Like, for instance, you know, Jota was brought into a place for Firmino, and slowly they integrated Jota in. You know, it's hard. You know, I love Firmino, I love him to bits, but he just doesn't score enough goals as much as Jota. You know, and now Jota's scored goals. I wouldn't be surprised if Firmino plays tomorrow, though, just to keep everything linked in together with the wingers and so. But we need to go out all out attack. We need to go. So me personally, it'll be Diaz, Mane, and Jota right there.
Okay, so let's just look at the key battles of the game now. So what you think the key will be? For me, it's breaking down your defence, as I said. Obviously, keeping solid. One thing is that I'm much more confident in how our defence performs now. You know, we're a lot more solid, as you're saying, with Ramsdale. We've got Ben White in, Gabriel, Partey, even Xhaka's been better recently. So obviously, we've got to keep firm in defence, but it's just breaking down your defence.
Weren't they the same ones who played in Carabao Cup?
Yeah, you know, but, you know, it's a process of, you know, playing together more and more. You know, building up that confidence. So hopefully now we've had a run of games. We're going through a lot of injuries at that time as well. You know, things were a little bit messy. In that Carabao Cup game as well, you remember Partey, he just flew in. He didn't start. For some reason, Arteta started him on the bench. He shouldn't put him on the bench, though. Just flying in, you know. He came in and then he's playing the game like a few hours later and he goes and gets himself sent off. That was a disaster. But yeah, no, we're in a better place now. In terms of, you know, playing together consistently. We're on a run of 5 wins in a row. We've been looking solid in defence most of the season. You know, it's a long time since we could say that as Arsenal fans, that our defence is a lot stronger. We used to be making mistakes all the time and conceding stupid goals, but even on set pieces, we don't concede as many goals as we used to in corners as well. So yeah, for us, I think the key is breaking you down. You're a very difficult team to break down, but from your point of view, what do you think the key to the game is going to be?
I think the key is Tierney and Trent. I think that will be important. Martinelli and Robertson. I think, you know, it depends on how Robertson and Trent's starting positions are as well. If they can push them 2 back as well, then that will help a lot. So I also think if Diaz plays against Cedric, then I think, you know, I mean, Lamptey is quick for Brighton. And Lamptey couldn't even keep up with Diaz, and you know, and Lamptey even tried to grab him back and tried to hold on to him. So I think if Diaz gets one-on-one with Cedric, I think we could have some joy there, definitely. I think midfield is the one. I think midfield will be a key battle in terms of Fabinho and Partey. You know, who can help out the defence more. Who can shield that defence and, you know, make those crucial interceptions. See, the only thing I don't mention Lacazette because I feel with Liverpool, if you have a striker that can hold up the ball, that's food and drink for Van Dijk and for Matip. If someone runs in behind them, that's when we've got problems. And I don't really see Lacazette being that kind of, you know, threatened behind, so to say. I think Martinelli can be, you know, Saka could be as well, but I just feel, yeah, defensively, I think if we can just hold out and just stop those balls being fed in to Odegaard, then yeah, I think we should be okay. But as you guys are going to be up for it, you're going to want revenge for Carabao Cup. For what happened at Anfield, so I think you guys will definitely be up for it. But again, this is our game in hand, and this is a game we need to win. That's it. We can't afford anything less than a win. It has to be a win. If it's not a win, then you might as well get started.
Okay, so from our point of view, level you guys are at now, you know, you are a little bit ahead of the rest of the Premier League, you and Man City. So for us, a draw would be a decent result. You know, being at home, we want to win, and I expect us to go for the win. But if we were to come out of a draw, 1 point against you lot, It'll be a good result, and in the race for the top 4, it'll be a good point to get, a solid point for us to get. So for me, my predictions are 1-1. I'm hoping we can at least come out with a draw. We're in good form. We couldn't nick the win, but I think a 1-1. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going with 2-1 Liverpool. It's just because we can't afford to lose. We can't afford to draw as well. We need to go all out. I think it'll be a tight game. I don't see Arsenal conceding 4 goals like what they did at Anfield last season. I don't think it will be as comfortable as it was in the Carabao Cup as well. So I think it will be 2-1. But it also depends on what Liverpool turn out as well, what Liverpool turn up. But it will be, it should be an interesting one. The thing is, we haven't been playing well for the last couple of games, so again, that doesn't bode me with confidence. But again, if you're a team that's not playing well but you're picking up results, it does show a sign of a good team. But over here, we need to perform at the Emirates on Wednesday. If we don't perform at the Emirates, then, as I said, it's game over, I believe. So I will go with a close 2-1 to Liverpool.
Do you think you can win the title?
Ask me that on Wednesday after the game.
As we stand now, City are playing at the moment, aren't they? They're playing Crystal Palace
right now. I think we can win the title. We can. City are shook of us. City are shook. Guardiola don't like us. They don't like us. They're scared of us. And I know they watch all of our games. And I know they're hiding behind their settings as well. Because it's Liverpool's Klopp. They know what Klopp can do. They know, Liverpool are dangerous. So, I think we can win the title. We can do, without a shadow of a doubt, 100%. I think we can go all the way in all the cup competitions, to be honest with you. It's just because we've got Klopp. It's just Klopp's just genius, and he will, whether anyone will want to play for Klopp. Anyone, you'll want to run for awards. Klopp was your manager because he's just amazing. I think we can win the league. Whether we do it or not is a different story because just got to win. Just got to win your games. And also as well, we do need to go to the Etihad, and we do need to win as well. That's not a foregone conclusion yet. So, it'll be difficult. But, fingers crossed, hopefully we do. If we do, I'm bringing you up to Liverpool. We need to celebrate.
So I do a show, Triple A show with my cousin and my brother. My cousin's a Liverpool fan. And one thing he was pointing out in our last show is that you guys could win every game, including beating Man City at their ground, right? Man City could win every other game and then beat you to the title on goal difference. So imagine that's the level it's gone to. You look at a couple of seasons ago remember it was like 1 point ahead they were, and you guys won all your games right until the end of the season. They got like 99 points, was it? Or 97 you guys ended up with. So it just shows you the level that the Premier League's been taken to.
The level's amazing. Like, to be a Liverpool fan and watch my team like this. I mean, I've suffered as a Liverpool fan. We've suffered for years, and I know it's an old cliche, about Liverpool, but to watch Liverpool now and just to be like, just to watch them, I mean, listen, that could happen, but again, like what happened, I thought my team would finish last season. After what happened, I really thought my team would finish, but to see them come back like that, I know they'll come back stronger next season, to be fighting, to what we're, compared to the squad, listen, we weren't even signing hardly any players, and I know people were questioning, you can't keep going on with the same squad. The front three are getting too old, they're not scoring goals, defensive problems last season, and compared to what we were doing, no one's talking about what happened last season with us. I was reading, our game before we kicked off a break, we were 20 points. We're 20 points better off this season than what we were last season. That's massive, 20 points. So, do you know what? At the end of the day, Man City are supposed to be the world's best team or the greatest team. At the end they were going toe-to-toe with them, punch for punch. They ain't won the Champions League. They go on like they're the big team, big dog, but they're not European champions yet. Maybe this season, but to be honest with you, if they go and do that, congratulations to them. But I don't see it going down to that like what it was that season there when we random, really, really close. We could do, but yeah, I doubt it. I think someone's just gonna, that City and Liverpool game is important. Every single game right now actually is really important. That City game's far. We've got to worry about you guys first. We have to beat you guys. If we don't beat you guys, and I know Man City are thinking this is the game that Liverpool are going to drop points. Because they even came there and they struggled. They got a last-minute winner.
They were very lucky. They were so lucky.
I remember watching that game at home, and I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there. It was Rodri, right?
Yeah.
Rodri. Yeah. As soon as that goal went, I literally sunk in my seat. Sunk, because I believe that is when they went about 13 points clear or so. Or they got this ridiculous, and that's when I said to myself, as a Liverpool fan, that's it. We are not catching them now. That's it. And if you guys really want to step it up, you can, and you're on form. So that will be a bit worrying. It will be worrying. It'll be interesting, but yeah, it'll be a good game. I'm looking forward to it.